much less weighty, but still of note. We have an incident in Massachusetts where it's important to note this isn't an issue of a trans athlete. It's rather a male athlete who wants to play field hockey. In his district, there are no male field hockey teams. So Massachusetts law requires that he be allowed to play on the female hockey team.
There's a ponytail involved, though.
Well,
I mean, I don't know. We don't know all the details.
We don't know all the details. If it's just a boy who wanted a biological male want to play, or if he's trans, you say he's not trans. You don't think
I'm just telling you what the facts of the cases that have been relayed to me. I don't know how this dude identifies. He may not know from hour to hour. That's not, I mean, can you really tell me who's trans and who's not on an hourly given basis?
You're right. Well,
he may be in a rock band, as far as I know, with that ponytail. But all I know is this. He's a dude playing on the girls' team.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And he shot a ball. I don't know. I'm not real big on, I don't know field hockey. It's a ball, I think. And it knocked out a girl's teeth.
Well,
and
you don't know about field hockey because field hockey is a women's sport.
Yeah.
And because there is no male field hockey team in Massachusetts, men are allowed to play in women's sports. And it's simply what's the velocity and the power coming off of that stick with that ball. It's just like in any other sport, is going to be that much more with a male than a female. It's a
and so
biological
Massachusetts
difference.
has this law that under equal, I don't know, protection, that you got to give the guy an opportunity to be on the girls' team if you don't have a boys' team.
well, the superintendent now says that he's not happy with this. Listen.
I think that if the law is going to allow for this, then there have to be protections in place because, you know, there is a difference. This is not a comment on the strength of female athletes. I have two daughters. I don't understand why, you know, the MIAA, which is our state association, can't try to find some middle ground where restrictions are going to allow for all of our athletes to be safer. I want them to hear from our players here in DR. The trauma that I saw on their faces that night when I met their bus after that game was heartbreaking.
You know, it's interesting. He's waiting for the laws to change. I look at this and I blame all parents of female athletes across this country. Honestly, if there was a giant boycott to say we're not going to put our girls in any single sport with men, when, you know, it just, we're not protecting our girls and we're waiting for the law to catch up to the craziness that is happening. It's just, this should have never happened.
Well, and I blame the parents of that boy.
Yeah, that too.
How are you, you know, find another sport. Sorry, this is a girl's sport.
Tell me how this conversation goes. Let's go.
You're not playing field hockey because it's a girl's sport.
But I really
And if there is a boys' team, then you can get on a bus and go an hour and a half to the boys' team that plays field hockey. That's great. But that's your choice.
Are you sure the conversation isn't,
otherwise,
no, you're playing football.
Join the lacrosse team or the football team.
You know, it's like no one has to ever pay the price for their own choices. You made a choice.
True.
You want to play field hockey. You made a choice. Not everyone around you has to pay the price for your choice. You have to pay the price for your choice. And in this case, what happened is the entirety of the girls' athletes paid the price for the choice that one guy made, and that everyone was forced to accommodate.
And that is that's liberalism, that's leftism encapsulated.
Yeah.
The minority forces the majority to change.
Well, here's the Massachusetts Interscholastic Athletic Association. They said, we respect and understand the complexity, always complex, and concerns that exist regarding student safety. However, student safety has not been a successful defense to excluding students from one gender from participating on teams of the opposite gender. The arguments generally fail due to the lack of correlation between injuries and mixed gender teams.
I lost track of what they were saying like halfway through what you said.
They basically said this is not a problem. They said safety is not an issue here.
There's nothing complex about boys and then girls.
There is if you've made yourself dumber.
True.
Over time, which we have.